Hello wig fans, this is Kez back with another video for you today, and this is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. Now, as you know, I usually get all of my wigs from Shein. That's where I get most of the cheap ones from anyway. And there are other companies that you've seen when I've been doing my other videos, but in terms of cheap wigs, where else would you be able to get fairly cheap wigs from? And so I thought I'd do a Shein versus AliExpress. AliExpress also has an app. It works pretty much the same way as Shein. It's all different individual sellers that sell their wigs, and you go through the app to buy them. There are some differences. When you get to the checkout in Shein, it's all laid out for you. When you get to the checkout in AliExpress, they then add taxes on, so that's something you have to bear in mind when you're buying things. And also, they're coming from all different places. They don't ship together, whereas although the different shops with Shein, they all tend to come in one parcel. So that's another thing to bear in mind, that they might all come at different times. Generally, shipping does take a lot longer with AliExpress, although they seem to have some new options, which is the one I use for these, which promises to get the item to you within 12 days, and they made good on that. I got the wigs here in 12 days, which was brilliant. They turned up today. So what I'm going to do is show you my latest Shein ones, and then I'm going to show you the ones that I got from AliExpress and show you the quality, and we'll compare and talk a little bit about the two places. I am looking rather gothic today. Reason for that is I've been doing a makeup look for Halloween. So I saw this lace front on Shein the other day, and I've always really wanted a yellow wig, but the last time I tried a yellow wig on me, it looked awful. I did try like a lemony yellow, which didn't suit me at all. So I thought I'd try a brighter yellow. The reason I went for this one as well is because it's rooted, so it has got roots. I love the wig itself. It does need a little bit of dry shampoo because it does look like a little bit shiny, as some of the cheaper wigs do. But that is easily fixed. Again, a dry shampoo, give it a wash. Maybe even if you want, a lot of people use fabric conditioner, but I don't like that because I find that it makes the wig feel greasy. But personal preference. The lace on it is really, really good, but I really liked the colour on this. I thought it was really unusual. The part's kind of sort of pushed back, so it is kind of set in the part. You can't really shift the part in. What I will say though is it is slightly darker knots, and so it does kind of stick out a little bit more. What you can do, which is not something I've attempted but I have seen people do, is because this is fabric, you can bleach the knots, because the knots where it's sewn in, and that's with sort of cotton. But it won't bleach the actual wig, because synthetic doesn't bleach, but the cotton will. So if you wanted to make them lighter and more realistic, you could do that. Although, to be fair, because I'm quite dark haired underneath, if I pushed it further back, you wouldn't actually be able to tell anyway. This is another one that I got from Shein, and again, this is for a costume. So it's short white, and it's basically a boy cut, and it's supposed to be a boy cut. It's designed to be short and funky, and it's perfect for the costume that I've got in mind. But I like the fact it's got these bits that come down the side, because that tends to cover your own hair quite well, as long as you hide your own hair well under it. It isn't a lace front, and it is just a costume wig. But there's actually two looks I can think of to use this for. As I just put it on, I thought of another one. So it does have potential for a couple of things. This one didn't actually come from Shein. This is actually an Amazon wig as well. So I thought maybe we should show Amazon. Now this is a big white afro wig. It's actually still got the tag on. Now when I bought it for costume. And the idea was that I was going to dye it like a turquoise blue. But then I realised that I could actually get one that matched the character exactly. And so I haven't dyed it. I still might dye it and upgrade it, or I might not. I've not decided. And this is what I would look like with a white afro. In terms of quality, it's actually a really nice quality wig. Like, it doesn't feel too artificial. You can't see any of the wefts through it or anything like that. It sits nicely on the head. It doesn't come too far down in terms of going on your eyes. And while it's not lace front, it's actually a really comfy wig. I mean, it's clearly in this case for a costume, because my hair would never look like that, but I do really like it. This one I got from a clearance shop online, and again, it's for a character. It is very cheap and plasticky, but it's literally just for the makeup look. But it's the only one I found that's very like the character. I might go online and see if I can find another one, but the fact it's actually all styled exactly like the characters, meant that I bought it. Now, yes, I know it's a shiny AF, and I will attempt to get rid of all that shine if I can. Now, this is supposed to be a Monster High wig. I'm going to tell you about the character in this one. There's a character called Gina Fire, and she is like a djinn, I think they call it. And it comes with this ridiculous accessory, and I have no clue what to do with it. It comes with like a little screw-on thing, and I think the idea is that you unscrew this and screw it through here, but I'm not completely sure. So yeah, I might have to look up how to do that. But the idea is that it goes on here and you put it on your head. Obviously it mimics her accessory there, but I have no clue what I'm doing with it. So I'll have to have a look. But the wig itself, except for being ridiculously shiny, is actually quite good. So what I'm thinking of doing is trying to find a black and green wig. I mean, it was so cheap, it was worth it just for the accessory anyway. But if I can find another black and green wig, I might be able to replicate the style myself. So that is something that I might be looking into doing. I personally think this bit needs to go wrapped round, but we'll see. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that just because it's very silly. This was from the same shop and was like the original afro one that I wanted. This is what I was going to dye my hair for. And it is again for a Monster High character. But this is what the actual wig looks like for the character. But it does bother me a little bit because you can see all the wefts through it. Now, I think the idea is that this is supposed to cover it up, but it clearly doesn't. So it's going to need work. I either use the one that I bought or I modify this one. Now, what I'm actually thinking of doing is just gluing that down there. If I glue that down, that will actually cover it. I think really what it needed was possibly more wefts here, because it's not really got a great deal of wefts. But I'm going to have a look at the character anyway and work it out. This was another one from Shein. I saw this one, I fell in love with it, and I do really like it. It's another lace front. Now it is blue and purple, which I thought was really nice colour wise. Now I actually really like this wig. I love the fact that the bits fall forward at the front, makes it look more natural. I love the colour. I love the fact that it's rooted, and I would actually go out in this quite comfortably. And I love the style as well. I did just run my fingers through it when it first came, just to get it to sit a little bit nicer, because I was finding that it wasn't sitting quite as well, because there was random curls just sitting up a bit. I just literally ran my fingers through it like that, just to get it to sit a bit nicer. And like where there was bits here, like in chunks, I just separated them with my fingers, and that sort of gets them to sit a bit better. Because when they come in the bag, they are literally all pushed in together, and so all the bits stick together and make the wig look bulky. But once you've run your fingers through it a few times, it looks a bit more normal. That's probably one of my best finds on there. An average Shein wig, price wise, you pay maybe about £30 for, with a lace front, about 10 to 15 for a non-lace. Looking at the prices compared to Ali, Ali can be slightly cheaper, but then they add the tax on. So I think that Shein probably add the tax on beforehand. So price wise, I would say they're probably about the same. So there isn't any competition in terms of that. It's got the same sort of things as they've got reviews, so that you can see quality and things like that. And a lot of people will say whether they like it or don't like it, which helps. So this one is supposed to be a mullet. Now it has got a long freaky ponytail at the back. I'm in two minds whether to keep the ridiculous ponytail or cut it off. The reason I've got this wig is actually for an Edward Scissorhands makeup look, which I'm hoping to do in time for Halloween, but we'll see if I get time. So his hair is obviously a lot shorter on one side and a bit crazy down there. So what I'm planning to do is take all of this and I'll either cut it or I'll pin it back. Now I might just pin it back so that I can use the wig for something else, because there isn't really any need to cut it off. and I could also take it out the ponytail and use it for other looks, because it's just like tied loosely in the back there. Now, this is another alternative wig. It is another afro. I've got a thing for afros. The purpose of this one, when I saw it, is it's really unusual because one half is black and the other half is red. And so the reason I've actually got this is I thought it would make a really cool alternative Harley Quinn costume. I've got a top, I just need to find some trousers to go with it. And then I could do a crazy Harley look. But I thought that would work quite well for Harley Quinn. This one is quite a nice beehive wig. It's very sort of Elvira, I thought. That's quite cool. I've deliberately kept the bangs long on this one because I don't intend to cut a fringe in. So I'm just going to leave them as they are because I don't think it needs it. I think it quite looks nice with that longer gothier style. So yeah, I really like that one. The thing with these beehives is sometimes they go a bit flat on the top. But if you just give it a poke, you can restore the shape. I had a Belle wig from Shein before for Beauty and the Beast, but when it came it was really strange kind of browny cartoony yellow, which to me didn't really look like Belle. This one is more like the film version of Belle. It comes with the original of twisted hair at the back. Again, the parting needs fixing on it, but much to my happy surprise, there's actually a bun net there that comes in the packet as well. And what this is it's basically an artificial bun that you can put on. And what you do is you wrap it around and attach it, and then you can have the alternative up hair. So it gives you the choice of both, which I thought was really lovely. This is another one that didn't look exactly like it did on the website. Now this is supposed to be for Princess Peach from Mario. So it's bright yellow. All about the yellows. Now when I first put it on, I actually quite like the style as it is. And when you put the crown on, which is sold separately, but I have actually got because I bought it, it does actually look quite a lot like Princess Peach already. So I think if you were going to do Princess Peach in a human form, this would be ideal. But if you used a got-to-be glue, you definitely could take these parts here and hairspray them and get them sticking out for a more cartoon version of Peach. I would probably just grip them, to be honest, and that would do the same sort of thing. Well, I've got a couple more from Shein and then I'll move on to the AliExpress one. Now I only tried this one on very briefly yesterday. The wig itself is really pretty. Now, it's a nice wig, but I don't like this initial bump at the top. I don't think it looks right. So what I'm going to do is straighten this bit here and then leave the rest of the waves in, and then I think that will look nicer. This one is very much the same. It's a little bit too shiny, so it does need a little bit of the artificial shine knocking off. But the colours on this one are really, really lovely. It's like a mix of blondes. So you've got sort of that grey shade in there, like an ash. And then you've also got this lighter blonde in. So it's a beautiful mix of like grey blondes. The fringe or the part can be moved. Because of how it falls, you can actually sweep it over that side if you wanted. Which is really nice because you don't usually get many that you can move the parts on. So I think out of the two, this one's probably the nicer one, but I think that's probably because I prefer the style of this one. The other one, the waves, I'm not so sure on, and I'm debating whether to just straighten it. Now again, it's got little baby hairs already attached, which make it look a bit more natural around the hairline. I thought this was a really good find on there. That is all the ones from Shein. Gonna have to go back to more videos of clearing out the wigs soon, I think, because I've got that many again now. But I think I need to get rid of more. Anyway, these are the ones that I got from AliExpress. And they seem to be mainly Noble wigs, which is fine because I like Noble. I've had Noble wigs before. The first one I got was this one. I really liked the idea of this one because it's a pixie cut, but it's like in a turquoise. I'm quite interested to see what I look like with this sort of hair, to be fair. Now the style of it and the way it's swept over is really nice. I did see someone with one on the site, and I loved the style of it. I thought it looked really good. You would have to really sort of, if you wanted to wear it properly, you'd have to really push it down and push your own hair under it at the back especially. But I quite like that. I never thought of having hair this short. I have had my hair short before. I had it in kind of a pixie style and I hated it. But the thing is, it's like with ones like this, when they're wigs, they stay how they are. So the hair always looks good. When you have your own hair in a pixie cut, it takes such a lot of work to get it to maintain a style. If you just run your fingers through these, it roughs it up a bit, they look even more natural. So yeah, I'm really happy with that one. As I say, I would need to possibly glue it down or make sure all my own hair's hidden, but I really like it. Price wise, these were all fairly cheap wigs. These are lace fronts, and when they come, they do have a little bit of lace and a lace part, so it's not a lot of lace, which makes them slightly cheaper. Oh yeah, I love that. This is the first time I've seen it on. Look at that. That is a beauty. Absolutely love that pop of colour in there. That's really, really nice. It's got these long sort of 90s bangs kind of thing, but because of how it is, it blends in really well with all that colour through it. It's really nice colour placement. Sometimes when you get multiple colour wigs from various sites, especially in China, you find that the colours all concentrated to one particular bit and it never sort of moves right. But where they've placed this, it moves beautifully through the hair. I really like that. I can actually see myself having hair like this. Maybe not this long. It is rather long. It comes all the way down to my waist. Whether I'll keep it that long or whether I'll shorten it, I don't know. For now, I'm going to keep it as it is because it's pretty. But I might get the urge to shorten it if I'm wearing it and it starts to get on my nerves. Again, absolutely beautiful. I love the colour placement in it. Love the colours. So this one's got sort of, as you can tell, the blue and purple in it as opposed to green and blue, I think it was. But it's just beautiful. I've got an event coming up and I think I might actually wear one of these for the events because they're just so nice. But I don't know whether I might have to chop some of it off. I mean, I don't want to chop any of the colour off if I can help it. Although the colour does come all the way down to there. So I might just take that little bit off and leave it there. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it already. I knew I'd love it. Look at that, stunning. So you've got the dark roots, lace front, and then it goes into this amazing green and yellow, and then goes into dark ends. I love it, I really do. So in terms of wig quality, both Ali and Shein are great. If you're shopping from certain shops on Ali, if you look at the information on there, it does say which ones ship faster. I've still got some other things coming and some other wigs, and they're going to take a lot longer. But sometimes if you're patient, it's worth it because you do save quite a bit of money that way. If you bought the same wigs in the UK, they'd probably cost a lot more. And so, you know, you've got to sort of weigh up the odds of how impatient you are as to how much they cost. But I really love this one. I think it's absolutely stunning. Probably one of my favourites now. Perhaps I'll wear this for the event instead because it's shorter. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video comparing the two. So it's a thumbs up for Ali if you wanted to try the app. There are safe payment methods on there. You can pay by PayPal and things like that. So you've not got to worry if it doesn't turn up. And they do offer a guarantee that if it doesn't turn up, that they will refund you, which is nice to know. Everything generally is tracked anyway. So like at the moment, I can see that a lot of mine, some of them are in customs here. Some of them haven't shipped yet. One of them that I really wanted to come for Halloween won't be here on time. When I spoke to them, they said it's because they ran out and they're actually making it in the factory. But I told them not to cancel the order because I've got an alternative wig I can use in the meantime, and I really do want the wig, and so it's worth the wait. But yeah, that gives you a bit more of an idea of somewhere else you can get wigs from. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Again, like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. When the other ones arrive, I will do another little video and show you those. Until then, take care. See you soon.